On a dreary, rain-soaked day, Kathy Timberlake, a currently unemployed working girl, finds herself in a fit of rage when a luxurious limousine splashes muddy water all over her pristine dress and raincoat. Her anger intensifies as the vehicle speeds away, leaving her soaked and fuming, especially knowing the passenger inside must have seen her plight. However, her frustration takes a turn when she unexpectedly encounters the charming and affluent businessman, Philip Shane. Instantly, a spark ignites between them, as both are drawn to each other's charisma. As their relationship unfolds, Kathy grapples with her feelings and the societal expectations surrounding wealth and romance. Philip, on the other hand, is portrayed as a man who is constantly seeking to cleanse himself of his past mistakes and insecurities, leading to a comedic yet heartfelt exploration of love, ambition, and the quest for inner peace. Their journey is filled with humorous misadventures and poignant moments, ultimately revealing the complexities of their lives and the transformative power of love. Philip, a charming and experienced ladies' man, finds himself in a situation that tests his usual confidence. He meets a young woman who is quite different from the women he typically pursues. She is innocent and unprepared for the lavish lifestyle that Philip offers. When he proposes that she join him on extravagant trips to glamorous destinations like Bermuda, Paris, and Monte Carlo, she is taken aback. The allure of such an offer is tempting, but it comes with an unspoken understanding that there are no strings attached. This arrangement is foreign to her, as she has never been in a relationship that feels so casual, yet so luxurious. Philip's world is filled with excitement and indulgence, but for her, it raises questions about love, commitment, and what it means to truly connect with someone. As they navigate this complex dynamic, she must decide if she can embrace this carefree lifestyle, or if she longs for something deeper and more meaningful. The contrast between their experiences creates tension and intrigue, making their journey both captivating and thought-provoking. As Kathy navigates her whirlwind romance with Philip, she often finds herself seeking guidance from her streetwise roommate, Connie Emerson. Connie serves as a voice of reason and a source of practical advice, helping Kathy understand the complexities of her relationship. Kathy's hesitance to fully commit to Philip's desires creates a tension that is palpable. While Philip is eager to take their relationship to the next level, Kathy's reluctance leads to moments of frustration for him. Connie, with her no-nonsense attitude, encourages Kathy to consider what she truly wants. She helps Kathy see that her fears and uncertainties are common in relationships, especially when emotions run high. Connie's insights often push Kathy to confront her feelings and the expectations placed upon her by Philip. This dynamic between the two women highlights the importance of friendship and support during times of emotional turmoil. As Kathy grapples with her feelings, Connie remains a steadfast ally, reminding her that it is essential to stay true to herself while also navigating the challenges of love. Roger Phillips, a business associate, sees Kathy as the perfect match for Philip. He believes that Kathy could bring a refreshing change to Philip's life. Philip has always enjoyed the luxury of charm and wealth, which made it easy for him to attract women without much effort. However, this has also led to a lack of depth in his relationships. Kathy, on the other hand, is different. She is genuine and has her own dreams and aspirations. While both Philip and Kathy are drawn to each other, they face initial obstacles that challenge their connection. Philip's carefree lifestyle and Kathy's independent spirit create a tension that they must navigate. Roger thinks that overcoming these challenges could lead to a meaningful relationship for Philip. He encourages Philip to pursue Kathy, believing that she could help him grow and understand the value of hard work and love. The question remains whether Philip can let go of his easy ways and truly commit to someone like Kathy, who represents a more profound connection. Cary Grant involved himself in many details of this production for a scene that took place in his character's library. He arrived to work with boxes of items from the library of his own house, and he placed them about the set. This effort was not just about creating a visually appealing environment, it was also a way for Grant to feel more relaxed and at home while performing. By surrounding himself with familiar objects, he could tap into a natural suave quality that became the hallmark of his pictures. The items he brought added a personal touch to the set, enhancing the authenticity of his character. This attention to detail reflected Grant's dedication to his craft and his desire to deliver a performance that resonated with audiences. His involvement in the set design showcased his understanding of how the environment could influence his acting, allowing him to embody his character more fully. The result was a scene that felt genuine and engaging, capturing the charm and sophistication that Cary Grant was known for. In the making of the 1962 film That Touch of Mink, a notable conflict arose between Cary Grant and Doris Day regarding their on-screen appearances. Both stars had strong preferences for how they wanted to be portrayed in close-up shots. Each actor believed that their right profile was the most flattering, leading to a unique situation on set. The challenge was that it was completely impossible to accommodate both actors' wishes simultaneously. This led to a light-hearted yet genuine disagreement, as both Grant and Day were known for their strong personalities and commitment to their craft. Ultimately, Cary Grant, with his characteristic charm and professionalism, decided to yield to Doris Day's request. He allowed her to have her better side shown in the close-ups. This decision not only showcased Grant's willingness to collaborate, but also highlighted the mutual respect they had for each other as performers. Their playful conflict added a layer of camaraderie to the production, reflecting the spirit of cooperation that often exists behind the scenes in filmmaking. The resolution of this minor dispute contributed to the film's overall charm, allowing both stars to shine in their roles, while maintaining a sense of harmony on set. The film itself became a classic, and the story of their conflict remains a delightful anecdote in the history of cinema. At the heart of the production of That Touch of Mink was Cary Grant, who owned a significant portion of the production company behind the film. This ownership gave him a vested interest in the project, influencing his level of involvement and the decisions made during filming. His attention to detail was evident, particularly when it came to the aesthetics of the set. At one point, Grant expressed concern over the doorknobs in his office, which were made of brass and featured emerald-colored stones. He found them to be too ostentatious for his taste. This concern was so pressing that it led to an immediate halt in filming as the production team sought replacements for the doorknobs. The situation highlighted Grant's commitment to the film's overall look and feel. Ultimately, rather than replacing the doorknobs, a simpler solution was found. The doorknobs were painted over, allowing filming to resume without further delay. This incident reflects not only Grant's influence on the production, but also his desire for a polished and cohesive presentation in the film. At one point in the film That Touch of Mink, Cary Grant's character makes a lighthearted remark about the New York Yankees, joking that they try hard. This moment is particularly ironic considering the movie was filmed in 1961, the very year the Yankees would go on to win the World Series in just 5 games. Additionally, it was the same year when Roger Maris famously broke Babe Ruth's long-standing home run record. The humor in Grant's comment contrasts sharply with the Yankees' actual success during that season. Interestingly, Cary Grant was known to be a huge fan of the Yankees, which likely made it easier for the film's producers to secure appearances from baseball legends like Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, and Roger Maris himself. Their participation added a layer of authenticity and excitement to the film, connecting the world of cinema with the beloved sport. The blend of comedy and sports in this film reflects the cultural significance of baseball during that era, making the Yankees' presence even more impactful. Grant was a big fan of the TV show The Honeymooners, and he had a special admiration for Audrey Meadows. His fondness for her played a significant role in her casting as Connie in the movie That Touch of Mink. The connection between Grant and Meadows went beyond professional admiration. Meadows had a housekeeper named Pat Schofield, who was eager to meet the famous actor. Schofield would often sit in Meadows' dressing room, hoping for a chance to encounter Grant. She would ask the makeup artist and hairdresser to help her look her best in case the opportunity arose. One day, Meadows decided to share Schofield's enthusiasm with Grant. She mentioned how much her housekeeper wanted to meet him. Intrigued, Grant expressed a desire to meet Schofield. When the moment finally arrived, Schofield was both excited and nervous. She managed to handle herself well during the encounter, but once Grant left the room, the reality of meeting such a legendary figure hit her. She nearly collapsed from disbelief, overwhelmed by the fact that she had just met the great Cary Grant. When Cary Grant was involved in the making of That Touch of Mink, he took a personal interest in the details of the film, particularly in the wardrobe choices for his co-star, Doris Day. One day, he came across an advertisement for a raincoat that he thought would be perfect for her character. Excited about the idea, he decided to reach out to the company that manufactured the coat. However, when he called, the owner of the company did not believe that it was really Cary Grant on the line. The manufacturer brushed him off, insisting that if Grant wanted to see the collection, he would have to come in person. Determined to make his vision a reality, Grant did just that. He was not one to rely on assistants for tasks he could handle himself. He preferred to make his own phone calls, and even answered his home phone personally. This habit often led to confusion, as many people could not believe they were actually speaking to the real Cary Grant. His commitment to being hands-on in every aspect of his work, including wardrobe choices, showcased his dedication to the film and his respect for his co-star. This personal touch added a unique layer to the production, reflecting Grant's passion for his craft and his collaborative spirit with Doris Day. Doris Day once reflected on her experience working with Cary Grant during the filming of That Touch of Mink. She noted that, among all the stars she collaborated with, she found Cary Grant to be the most enigmatic. He was a man of great privacy, completely reserved, and she felt there was no way to penetrate his tough exterior. While they maintained a friendly and polite demeanor towards each other, Doris described their relationship as lacking in true connection. She emphasized that it was a real amicable relationship, yet it was devoid of the give and take that often characterizes strong partnerships. Doris appreciated his professionalism and charm, but she sensed a distance that made it difficult to truly know him. This dynamic added an interesting layer to their performances, as they navigated the film's romantic themes while maintaining a respectful distance. The experience left Doris with a lasting impression of Cary Grant as a man who, despite his public persona, kept his private life closely guarded. Cary Grant's professionalism on the set of That Touch of Mink was remarkable. His co-star noted that he was perhaps the most professional and exacting actor she had ever worked with. Grant paid close attention to every detail, from his clothes to the sets and overall production values. This dedication to his craft was not just about creating a polished performance. It stemmed from a deeper quest for perfection. Despite his charm and success, Cary Grant was a troubled individual who grappled with feelings of being flawed. His pursuit of excellence in every aspect of filmmaking reflected his inner struggles. He believed that by focusing on the minutiae, he could somehow compensate for his perceived imperfections. This relentless drive for perfection made him a standout in the industry, but it also revealed the complexities of his character. His commitment to professionalism was not merely a job for him, it was a way to confront his own insecurities and strive for greatness in a world that often felt overwhelming. Born in January of 1904, Archibald Alexander Leach faced a challenging early life. His father worked as a suit presser, but struggled with alcoholism, which created a tense home environment. His mother, a nervous and controlling woman, smothered her only child with her overbearing nature. Grant often reflected on his childhood, stating that he never spent a happy moment under the same roof with his parents. This lack of warmth and affection deeply affected him. The situation worsened when his mother was eventually committed to a state-run mental asylum. This event left a significant mark on young Grant, who was only 11 at the time. His father, instead of providing comfort or clarity, never explained what had happened to his mother. This absence of communication and emotional support had a profound effect on him, shaping his views on relationships and trust. The struggles of his early life would later influence his career and personal life in ways he could not have anticipated. He states that he washed himself constantly, a habit that he carried all into his adulthood. This routine was more than just a matter of cleanliness. It became a subconscious belief that if he scrubbed hard enough on the outside, he might cleanse himself on the inside. This ritual of washing was a way to cope with feelings of inadequacy and a longing for warmth that was often missing in his life. As he navigated through his days, he soon found solace and comfort at the local theater. The flickering images on the screen provided an escape, a place where he could dream and imagine a different life. It was here that he began to transform, evolving into the ideal man that audiences would come to remember from the big screen. His experiences shaped him, and the warmth he found in those moments of cinematic magic helped him to redefine himself. This journey of self-discovery and the habits he formed played a significant role in his development, influencing not just his personal life, but also his on-screen persona. The connection between his inner struggles and his public image became a fascinating aspect of his legacy. That Touch of Mink, released in 1962, presents a charming yet complex narrative that intertwines themes of romance, societal change, and comedic misadventures. Starring Doris Day as the spirited and modern Miss Timberlake, and Cary Grant as the affluent and suave businessman, the film captures the essence of a Cinderella story set against the backdrop of the evolving American lifestyle during the early 1960s. Doris Day's portrayal of Miss Timberlake is particularly noteworthy, as she embodies a character that reflects the shifting attitudes of women during this era. Her character, initially a victim of an unfortunate car splashing incident, finds herself unexpectedly swept into a whirlwind romance with Grant's character. This setup not only serves as a catalyst for the ensuing comedic situations, but also highlights the film's exploration of the changing dynamics in relationships and societal expectations. Cary Grant, in his typical charismatic fashion, plays the role of the wealthy suitor with finesse. The chemistry between Day and Grant is palpable, and their interactions are filled with a delightful mix of humor and tension. However, while their performances are commendable, some critics argue that the film's storyline tends to become predictable and somewhat bogged down by its own antics. The initial premise, which promises a fresh take on romance, gradually devolves into a series of comedic situations that, while entertaining, may lack the depth some viewers seek. Supporting characters, such as Gig Young's advisor and Audrey Meadows' wisecracking matron, add layers of humor and perspective to the narrative. Meadows, in particular, shines with her sharp wit, providing a counterbalance to the romantic escapades of the leads. Her character's misunderstandings and comedic timing contribute to the film's lighthearted tone, even as the central plot begins to feel somewhat formulaic. The film's exploration of morality and societal norms is also a point of contention among viewers. Some appreciate the way it addresses the changing attitudes towards love and relationships, suggesting a more liberated approach to romance that aligns with the dawn of the free love generation. Others, however, feel that the film's comedic elements overshadow its potential for deeper commentary, reducing it to mere entertainment without substantial reflection on the issues it raises. In conclusion, That Touch of Mink is a film that encapsulates the charm of its era, featuring strong performances from its leads and a lighthearted approach to romance. While it offers a glimpse into the changing societal landscape of the 1960s, the film's reliance on predictable comedic situations may leave some viewers wanting more depth. Nevertheless, it remains an enjoyable watch, particularly for fans of Doris Day and Cary Grant, who will appreciate the chemistry and humor that define this classic romantic